in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, won't you let the light shine through. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good afternoon and welcome to this brand new FPL season. Well, it is for me anyway, the virtual FPL season, yes. I decided yesterday to create my own team. And I can actually be happy for once. Quite extraordinary, I'm quite a natural, so if anybody wants any tips, come to me. Clear off. Wow. Absolutely extraordinary. This I could not believe when I was listening into FPL Penguin's stream this morning for last night's games, Gameweek 11, and first off it was a Burnley clean sheet, and I'm thinking, unbelievable, I got Charlie Taylor in. Of course we're at home to a rubbish team, we're always going to keep a clean sheet there we are. And then of course he breaks the news that, hold on a minute, Taylor, There's no points. What's going on? He didn't start. And I thought, I don't believe it. My FPL no luck has continued into virtual FPL. And I just thought, forget this. And then it moved on to Manchester City versus Arsenal. And the game was updating really quickly. And then I heard Arsenal score and I'm thinking, brilliant. My Otamendi potential clean sheet has completely fallen down again. And then Penguin comes out with Aguero scored there. And I'm thinking, oh, hold on a minute here. I can't believe it. I've got Aguero in my team. An actual player has scored for me. In fact, more to the point, and people that are big fans of the show will realise this, Aguero actually scored for me. Absolutely incredible. And then we move through the various games, and we'll get onto them games in a minute. And then, bang! ALONSO has scored from I forget who got the assist for ALONSO. And I was just like, I literally shouted at work. I actually shouted at work, get in! I could not believe I'd captained ALONSO. And we'll go into all this in a minute. We ain't got hours. I'm not going to go on for hours and hours, but I was thinking, I've probably got more points from my captain ALONSO in virtual FPL than my total points in real life FPL from all my captains. Again, if you're a big fan of Elite FPL, you'll understand that statement as well. Just extraordinary, and I just cannot believe that. Then I hear Martial scores, an assist, PEREZ gets 2 goals. I was just thinking, this game's a bit easy, isn't it? But I'll come on to my theories as to why I think everything seemed to have gone my way. But yes, good afternoon all. We'll do the usual hellos just quickly. I know it's very, very early afternoon in the stuff, but good afternoon to Freud Halvorsen. It's Raw 12G areas. Anurag, welcome. Sultan Saeed. Who else was here? There was someone else here quite quickly who asked the simple question. Matthew Azashi. The simple answer is yes. There is a code for Elite. Anybody that's watching this and wants to join the Elite FPL virtual game, which is what we're here to discuss, Anurag has kindly made one up. It's UQN4H. It is up on the chat towards the top. That's UQN4H. That's the league code to join. I'm not going to be part of that because it's a complete waste of time for me. I only just started playing from yesterday. I have set up a mini league. Only 8 people are part of it. That's good. That's fine. It's more easy to cover. And that's what we will be covering. And for anybody that is going to be watching this on the replay or anybody watching live right now, what I will be doing is covering the top 3 of the Gameweek 11 starter mini league only. Now, obviously, Anurag, I know you. I don't know where you are in the league. I can bring it all up, so don't panic. I can bring it all up, all that in a minute. But if you want to put your team up in screenshots, by all means, team screenshots on Discord. But yeah, quite extraordinary. Absolutely brilliant. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly what I did yesterday. The guys at Virtual FPL simply putting up very, very easy reports to read, and I'm just going to go through them, and I'm fully aware everybody knows exactly what happened, but for anybody that doesn't know and wants to get involved in this virtual FPL, we are going to be approaching Game Week 12 tomorrow. Unfortunately for me, I can't cover the games live. I know FPL Penguin does, and I am going to speak to him about maybe doing something together, but I can't do it for quite a while, unfortunately, because when the game weeks happen, they're on days where I can't actually do them. So I've got an idea. Do them on Monday and Wednesday evenings, please. But here we go. Let's just quickly go through what happened last night. And then we're going to go into the mini league stuff. Because like I said, once it gets competitive, that's when Stevie Boy gets very, very annoyed. But so far, after one game week 11, I can actually be happy and be smug for once. But anyway, here we go. What a game week in which we had 3 players as joint top scorers with 15 points. Leicester's PEREZ took good care with Vardy injury to reward his owners. Me. Chelsea main man this season, ALONSO, and Wolves' win-back Doherty. The player I told you to get rid of. Both scored and kept a clean sheet to bring in mega hauls. Thank you, they did indeed. And then we just come down to this one here. Finally, he is stopped. Palace stop Liverpool's Mohamed Salah as he blanks. The most captain player brings nothing to his owners as Palace shut up shop on the midfielder. What a game week where Alonso and Doherty showed that they are capable of doing. How was your game week 11? Well, we're going to go into game week 11 right this second. So I'm just going to quickly go through, and what's really good about this is just quite simple match reports that I put up, and it's Spurs versus West Ham. FPL Penguins captain Kane. Because I'm part of this game now, I was thinking, you git. I was really annoyed. I was really hoping Kane would blank in this. Unfortunately not. Kane got 2 goals. Sanchez with the other. It was Bergwijn, Son and Aurier with the assists. Kane was a penalty as well. And Antonio getting the assist for Snodgrass. It's the man again. Spurs talisman Kane smashes another brace. A Spurs win. Snodgrass also scores. Put him on the watch list, managers. Sanchez also scores a goal and gets 10 points. But of course, Dele Alli and Lamella blank. But I believe Lamella didn't start yesterday. My understanding was based on what I remember from hearing. Now, bearing in mind, I was listening to this at 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, technically, it was 4:30 in the morning. So almost 12 hours ago coming up to. We then move on to Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. Liverpool winning 3-1. And I'm not going to lie, it is like a bit like real life FPL where I'm thinking, oh God, I haven't got Salah, I haven't got Mane, what the hell do I do? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, thankfully, Mane came through with a goal. I say thankfully, I didn't actually own Mane. I've gone with Salah, but it doesn't matter. We'll just quickly go through the report itself. It was Oxlade-Chamberlain, Firmino and Mane getting the goals, and of course the 2 fullbacks, Robertson and Trent, getting an assist apiece. There was no assist for whoever else's goal it was. I believe if it was Firmino's goal, there wasn't an assist for. Palace scoring through Zaha and Schlupp. Palace denies Salah as he blanks. Mane scores as Liverpool East past Palace. Zaha was the star man as he collected 10 points for his owners to overshadow Liverpool duo. I'm thinking of bringing in Zaha. There's Steve-O's tip. I'm thinking of bringing in Zaha for Harvey Barnes if I can afford him. But again, we'll get onto that in a minute. Moving on to Watford 1, Leicester 3. Now, I know FPL Partridge actually asked the guys if PEREZ would then start up front if instead of Iheanacho. Remember that block FPL? So anyway, thankfully PEREZ did step up and he scored 2 goals. It was PEREZ with 2 goals, Maddison with the other. I believe it was a penalty. Harvey Barnes and Pratt with the assists apiece there. Troy Deeney and Andre Gray getting the assist for Deeney. No Vardy, no problem. PEREZ steps up nicely to score a brace as Leicester see off Watford. Maddison scoring a penalty to get his first returns of the season. Deeney also amongst the goals. Now we move on to Manu versus Everton, and it looks like I brought the wrong striker in. I have got Greenwood, but I've also got Rashford as well. I've got 3 United players, and yeah, it was only Martial and Greenwood coming in through me. But I'm seriously thinking of getting rid of Rashford, changing my formation to a 3-4-3 and putting Greenwood as a starter, and then maybe having Jimenez. But again, we will get into that into a minute. So Man United winning 2-0 versus Everton. Greenwood and Martial with the goals. Martial with an assist along with Pereira. Is he going to stop? On hot form, Martial delivers yet again as the midfielder scores and sets up to see off Everton, who didn't turn up. But Greenwood also scores as Rashford blanks. Yeah, unfortunate for me. But, you know, you can't have all your players playing. I can't be that greedy. And now we move on to the star man, of course. It is that man. It's the as I called him earlier, Xavi Alonso. Of course, it's Marcus Alonso. Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 0. Alonso and William with the goals. Abraham and Reece James with the assist. The Bluesies pass the Cherries as Chelsea star man this season. Alonso comes up with the goods again as he scores a stunner and a clean sheet to get a 15 point for his virtual FPL owners. 30 points for me. And yes, in answer to that question, Alonso owners happy. I was ecstatic this morning. I could not believe it. It generally pretty much felt like the first captaincy as a differential, and this is the key again, as a differential actually coming through for me. Couldn't believe it. And again, LU Elite FPL hardcore viewers, you'll understand that statement there. Southampton 2, Norwich 1. Who cares about this game because I didn't have any assets. Danny Ings and Valerie with the Southampton goals. Just the one assist, Shane Long. Norwich getting the goal from Tetty. But Buendia. I was thinking of getting him Buendia myself as a fifth midfielder, but then I saw he was 6 million. I thought, no, not with Pookie out at the moment. I thought, no, back off. But he came up with an assist yesterday. Danny Ings and Valerie combined to give Saints the win in a close contested game which saw Bednarak limp off. Buendia back amongst the points. But is Ings back in the pipeline? Well, we will discuss that in a minute. We then move on to, here we go, Brighton 2, Newcastle 1. I mean, when I was listening to this in the car, Penguin was asking for your prediction. I was thinking 0-0, 1-0 either way, 1-1, some dire game. It ended up with Brighton winning 2-1. Webster and Jabakakash. His full name's up that, not up there. Give me a break. Winning 2-1. Webster, like I said, Webster and Jabakakash. That's a clip for anybody that clips any of this. Basically me. Gross with this, the only assist. There's not many assists for the goal scorers, is there? And it seems to be like if there's like 2 goal scorers, only 1 assist. If there's 3 goal scorers, only 2 assists. You get the idea with that. Fernandez, unbelievable. He's in my real FPL team, but he's not in my normal. I don't know if I can't remember if I've got him or not. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. But Fernandez and Hayden getting the assist for Fernandez there. But who cares about... Oh, well, I didn't actually quite read the thing there. Brighton put up a good display as Webster and Starman of the day. I'm not going to pronounce his name, Jabakash, ensured all 3 points. Newcastle did get a goal back from Fernandez. But again, I think this is a team or teams that we're going to be avoiding. Again, I'm going to go into that in a minute about my thoughts on who to pick, etc, etc. Wolves 2, Sheffield United 0. Doherty, Jimenez with the goals. Traore and Saiss with the assist there. Wolves bounced back to beat the Blades. This time it was the men at the back who provided the resistance as the attack of Doherty and Jimenez found the net, and Saiss assist for the 10 points. And well done for anybody that owned, well, specifically Doherty, as I joked, despite not even playing the game, I joked around that basically if you own Wolves defenders, not that I knew anything about this game whatsoever, just avoid because they don't have their first team goalkeeper in. And plus their fixtures are looking a bit dodgy, but again, we'll get into that in a minute. And then, of course, the game which was postponed before this whole pandemic happened. It's City 4, Arsenal 1. Sterling, Sane, Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne with the 4 goals for City, assisted by Mendy, Bernardo Silva and Sterling. Maitland-Niles with the goal for Arsenal and Pepe with the assist. The Etihad was blue as Arsenal were thrashed by City. Sterling continues his good form as he gave virtual FPL managers 13 points as Aguero. And here's the irony, of course, is that game that was postponed, cancelled, whatever, of course I had Sterling as my captain. And could you imagine if that was the score in the real life and Sterling had got me a goal and assist? Oh well, what a shame that didn't quite happen. But yeah, quite an extraordinary morning for myself, or an evening for you guys. I am aware that somebody did tag me in something regarding this, but I deliberately didn't read it because I didn't want to spoil it for me. But Lewis, it's a shame that you're not being part of this virtual FPL that I advertised yesterday on our Discord, because if you would have been there, you may have potentially got involved. Unless you want to do what FPL Mechanic is doing. If you want to set up a team, I will accept a team that's starting in Game Week 12 if you're willing to be a game week behind. But I do think it's a bit unfair, but that's down to you. But FPL Mechanic has said, nope, I'm happy to join this specific league that you've set up from Game Week 11 starters. So, and yes, D-Mac making the point that Lamella was rested. Anurag making the point here that he is 6th in the new mini league. Well, talking of this specific mini league, I'm not going to quite go into that yet, but what I will do is bring up this. It is the overall. This is the overall standings in the virtual FPL game so far. And this is the key one here for us. All the Elite FPL community is number 4. Number 4, Manchester Reds. He's 4th. He dropped down to 4th last night, unfortunately. Kane captain coming through, to be fair. Just the 65 points. 65 points yesterday. Down to 4th. Quite extraordinary. But, you know, it's one of those where if he can just continue pushing on, we're only at game week 11, hopefully he does Elite FPL proud and wins the whole blinking tournament, or at least come in that top 4. That would be an extraordinary achievement there. So what I will do now is I'm just going to quickly go through the Elite FPL Game Week 11 Starter Mini League. I think I've not really got this in order at the moment. I stupidly didn't put it quite in order as I wanted to, but what I will do is I will put up it's the game. Here we are, right. So the Game Week 11 Starter Mini League is going to be up on screen right now. There we are. And the guys that have participated, FPL Defender, we'll get into his team in a minute, a whopping 93 points. He used bench boost. He used the bench boost, hence why. But look who's second. Hey, it's me. Mate, everybody, I'm making sure I make the most. I say make the most of this. I was thinking of getting in a cake or something, but I thought, no, I don't want to get any cake or anything. I don't want to do any vodka. But yeah, actually second. Let's make the most of it. 84 points. Joint second with Gabriel Derop, his sister's team. We've got then Mancunian Devils in 4th. I'm pretty sure that is Manchester Reds' brothers team on 79. Ryan Seash, and it's good to see Ryan, one of our regular contributors. He's been here with Elite FPL for a very, very, very long time. Ryan Seash, and he's 5th. We got Anurag, who's in chat now, in 6th. 7th is Paulie, and then Harbour Boy is 8th. And like I said, this is just for the guys that have literally not restarted, but they just put in a team starting from game week 11. Fantastic. And it's just nice. It's just only 8 teams. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys specifically the team that FPL Defender chose. So here we go. This is FPL Defender's team, but this is a bench boost. So this is a bench boost. McCarthy in goal. Target, Peters, Maguire, De Bruyne, Martial, Traore, Mane, Rashford, Jimenez, Kane captain, Heaton, Hayden, Ward and Lascelles. So that was FPL Defender, who got a whopping 93 points. He played his bench boost. Kane captain. Well done to you, my friend. But guess who's still got their chips intact after one game week? Well, talking of my team, here we go. Schmeichel, Alonso captain. I still cannot believe I got Alonso captain. I'll go into the reasonings as to why I chose Alonso captain in a minute. In fact, I'll just tell you now. The way I just thought, how am I going to approach this specific game? I've got no data. I can't be bothered with that. You know I don't care about stats or anything. I've got no data. I've got no information at hand here whatsoever. I have no idea what's happened in the previous game. So, you know what? I'll see what these players did history-wise. That's right, history-wise, regarding real life. Well, guess what Marcus, I keep calling him Xavi. Marcus Alonso did against Bournemouth. He got 2 goals. So I think of my captaincy choices, so Salah hadn't played against Crystal Palace. He didn't play against them, so I marked that off. And they haven't played Crystal Palace twice. Alonso played, I think he's played Bournemouth twice, and in one of the games he got 2 goals. Aguero versus Arsenal, I don't think he did anything in the first game, so I thought, forget that. Rashford, Martial did nothing versus Everton, so I just thought, right, let's go with the real life history, and I just went with Alonso. The reasoning for my team basically was, I'm not going to lie, I just used the ticker, the virtual FPL ticker, and I'll bring that up in a minute for the next 3 game weeks. But yeah, I just thought Leicester have got really good upcoming games, so I just thought I'd triple up on them. So I got Schmeichel, Perez and Barnes. Chelsea have got a good set of fixtures, and I thought, well, who's the worst team in this virtual FPL at the moment? Well, I've heard it's Bournemouth. I don't really want to buy any of the attacking players because they're rubbish. Chelsea, this is. And I thought, you know what, there's a very good chance of them keeping a clean sheet. And, you know, I've heard Alonso's doing really well in this game. I'll get Alonso in. I got Mason Mount just in case. And yep, I got him in. Charlie Taylor, I thought Burnley, they've got some few fixtures coming up. He's got some good attacking in real, because I'm looking at this game thinking that it's because it is literally just a game. I think it's all the way these players perform is more based on an algorithm, like for example how Championship Manager plays or Football Manager, or even like games like FIFA or Pro Evo, where yeah, Aguero's statistics in one of these games is going to be really, really good. But I use the example that in real life, they don't return that as well. But in a computer game, you know, these players can get you goals, assists, left, right and centre. So I thought, you know what? Let's just go with players like Charlie Taylor or whatever, who in real life, before he came to Burnley, was quite an attacking player. But unfortunately didn't play. But they got a clean sheet. So I just missed out on the points there. And Van Aanholt came in obviously with the 1 point there. Otamendi. Again, I don't know if he played or not. I don't know how. Again, unfortunately, I can't bring up the website itself. But either he didn't play, or I'm assuming he didn't play. So Van Aanholt and Ward came in for Taylor and Otamendi. Perez, Barnes, like I said, Leicester's have got a good few fixtures coming up. I thought, you know what, Vardy's injured. What happens usually in real life? Well, Perez occasionally starts up front. He's a bit of a striker. Why not? Let's just bring him in, and there we are. He returned. Harvey Barnes, one of the key players, along with Maddison. He's cheaper than Maddison, I think, just by a few pounds, a few mil, whatever it flaming works out to be. Anyway, that aside. So I thought, why not bring him in? Mason Mount, I've already explained. Salah, I've got to bring in Salah through to the thier, but I also think that he's got excellent options to be captaining him. Martial, I spoke about him yesterday. I just thought, you know what? He's performing at the moment, and he seems to perform when certain players aren't playing. And you know what? Fernandes ain't playing. Martial, is he the main man? Let's just stick him in. There he was. Aguero, highest scoring player. Forward in the game. I thought, why not? Let's just bring him in along with Man City. You know, they've got a huge, really good set of fixtures, and they've got a huge points potential as well, or goal potential. And then Rashford, of course, again, Man United have got some excellent fixtures. So yeah, that's my team up on screen. And finally, we move on to joint second/third spot. It's Gabriel Diop. It's Henderson, but unfortunately Ruddy. He played Henderson ahead of Ruddy. So Henderson with the 3 points. Robertson, he brought in Peters as Pilaqueta. A nice back three there. Very, very nice indeed. De Bruyne, Salah, Martial, Traore. Now I'm assuming that's... No, it won't be... Is it Ashley Barnes? Have you gone with Ashley Barnes, or have you gone with a 3-5-2 formation? I wonder if you've gone with a 3-5-2 formation, or is that a 3-4-3 and you've got Barnes, Ashley Barnes, Kane captain, and J. Rodriguez. That'll be interesting to hear from you, Gabriel Diop, if you're in chat or if you're watching the replay. Let me know. On the bench, Ruddy, Target, AU, and just like bench fodder essentially. So yeah, there we have it. There's the top 3 teams at the moment. Let's just quickly move down to the... What I wanted to do is bring up just quickly the Premier League table within Virtual FPL. Let's just quickly say, Gabriel Diop is here. So you go with a 3-5-2. So Gabriel Diop is saying that Leicester's Harvey Barnes. Well done. Well done, my friend. Anurag, I'm not going to be going through that. Anurag, that spreadsheet that you sent into the Discord, I looked at it and I was just like, it's just gone completely over my head. Like, don't get me wrong, there will be people that will be loving that spreadsheet. For me, no chance at all. To quickly one from Paul, he's saying that what bright spark captains Alonso. Me and Anurag were the two people that captained Alonso. Maybe virtually FPL is your game, Steve. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Lewis Kirby is saying that he actually started game week 1 in virtual FPL. Nice. Okay, fair enough. Well, join the mini league. I'm assuming you're doing the Elite FPL virtual mini league one that Anurag set up. The code is at the top of the chat. I'll just go to the top of the chat. There's not many people there. I'll just quickly, in fact, you know what? I'll just quickly write in it. So it's UQN4H. So for anybody watching, that is the mini league to join, the proper one, not obviously the game week 11 one, which I'm obviously making now. Oh, you're making it. So you're going to need to clarify. Lewis, you need to clarify with me on here right now what you mean. I'm making a team, Steve. What's the code for the league? If you mean for the game week 11 starters, and if you're happy to be a game week behind, I'll give it to you privately, mate, on Discord. But Gabriel Derop saying he's going to bench boost this week. Oh, a rival is telling us that he's doing a bench boost. And yep, the streams are back, my friend. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these streams now. I'm not going to be doing them every single game week. I may do them because what I really do like is that there's 4 game weeks per week. So I may do a stream every 3 game weeks or something like that. I don't know, depending on how important each thing is. But yeah, just quickly looking at the actual Premier League table itself. So this is how the virtual FPL Premier League table is as it stands right now. It's all up on screen, as you can see. But it's Liverpool, of course, at the top. And Man City. Them two are just absolutely dominating it. Liverpool, both of them winning 11 games each. But City actually losing 2. Oh, sorry, my apologies. Scrap that. I was looking at the wrong thing. So Liverpool and Man City. Everybody's played 11 games. Liverpool and Man City. Liverpool winning 10 games. Man City 9. 1 draw for Liverpool. Man City 2. But it's the goals scored. Man City scoring 34. Liverpool 31. But again, Liverpool and Man City do seem to be conceding like a minimum of almost like a goal a game. It does seem. Liverpool keeping obviously a few more clean sheets. Then we've got Spurs, Man United, Arsenal making up the top of the rest 5. And then Leicester, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Wolves and Watford. That's your top 10. And I think for me, certainly, if you wash aside Watford and Crystal Palace, I think certainly Liverpool, Man City, Man United and Arsenal, certainly I'm stating the obvious here, certainly they're key players that like to score goals, i.e. Arsenal's Aubameyang, Man United's Martial, Greenwood, Fernandes, Man City. I mean, you've got a whole array of talent there. Liverpool, of course, I mean, it's just Salah or Mane, isn't it? Wolves, we're going with, the usual candidates of Jimenez, Jota, Traore. I completely forgot about Traore as well. I should have brought him in. But again, we'll go into the reason as to why I didn't really look into that. Based on the season ticker, certainly for the next 3 or 4 games. But Crystal Palace's next upcoming games are looking gorgeous at the moment. They don't really like to score many. They have been conceding quite a bit. But again, based on the way that Van Aanholt and Ward have scored a couple of goals each and maybe got the odd assist here or there, I think certainly with their upcoming fixtures, there is a chance of getting something out of it. And of course, moving on to the bottom 10 teams, I mean, look, it's the deadwood, the rubbish teams. Bournemouth at the moment, they're the whipping boys, conceding 27 goals, only scoring 9. Obviously, they scored against Tottenham the other day. West Ham, Newcastle making up the relegation zone here. Once again, I think teams like Newcastle, Brighton, Burnley, Sheffield United, if they're playing the what I call the rubbish teams, i.e. these teams around them, that's when you want to be bringing in their defenders. Again, I'm not going to claim to be an expert on this whatsoever, but it does seem that I think that based on the way this game is playing out at the moment, it does appear that it does seem to favour what their better attributes are. Of course, Norwich, scoring goals but also conceding, scoring 16 goals but also conceding 20, but they are up to 11th, winning 4, drawing 2 and losing 5. Burnley, of course, like in real life really, winning 3, drawing 3 and only losing 5, only conceded 12 goals. But again, as ever, Burnley scoring goals as well. It just doesn't happen. If you're expecting lots and lots of goals coming from Burnley, do not even bother with it. I mean, if you're looking for relegation teams or teams in the bottom half to be looking at cheap assets, looking at Aston Villa, I'm thinking probably Jack Grealish. I know I'm stating the blinking obvious, but, you know, there we have it. And then moving on, finally, I'll just quickly bring up the next 3 fixtures. So look at that. Like I said about Crystal Palace, Zaha could be the man to bring in. I mean, in fact, I just realised, because it's all based on FPL, isn't it? All the prices are based on real life FPL. So I'm going to just quickly see how much Zaha is in FPL. And then what I will do is if I can afford him, I may bring him in for Harvey Barnes. That is the question. If I can do a straight swap, but I don't think I can, because I reckon Zaha's going to be, about 7 million? That's what I fear. I really do fear that Zaha... He's 6.7. Ooh, 6.7. I may have to look at him, but... And obviously Penguin was making the point that will Harvey Barnes perform with Jamie Vardy out? Well, he's not back till that Norwich home game in Gameweek 13. So if you're unaware, that's the thing, you see. These players do seem to bounce off certain players obviously playing as well. Yeah, poorly everyone laughed at my Zaha admiration. That's real life. Yeah, Anurag making the point here that regarding the main Cash Mini League, the main Elite FPL Mini League there. But yeah, Lewis, if you go to, in fact, I'll let you know on. I'll tag you in the Discord in a second. But look, yeah. So anyway, Crystal Palace. Look at that, bright green. And the next 3 fixtures, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. That's why I jumped on them. You've then got Leicester, Aston Villa conceding goals for fun. Norwich again conceding goals for fun. Newcastle away. Well, we'll come to that later. Burnley, Norwich away. Can I see a clean sheet in that? No, but they're a rubbish team. But can I see Burnley winning? Yes. Chelsea, Southampton away, Burnley away, Watford at home. That should be 2 winnable games. I think they'll concede versus Southampton. They'll probably concede against Burnley. Like I said, I think a lot of this is almost based on real life as well. But, you know, these are the teams to be avoiding down here. I mean, look at that. Watford, Man City away, Tottenham away, Chelsea away. That's vile. Southampton, awful upcoming fixtures. Spurs, of course, got the London derby. They've got Watford and Brighton. Decent fixtures. Where's Liverpool? Liverpool, you see, Newcastle away. Oh, it's such a toss-up for me. And we'll get onto my team in a minute between Salah and Aguero as captain. At the moment, I'm going with the home man in Aguero. Because obviously Salah doesn't like to play away. But then we've got Wolves and Man City at home. Wolves, we all know Liverpool get horrible problems. And it wouldn't surprise me if that ends a 1-1 draw or maybe even a Wolves win. And Man City away, because it's a game, goals galore. Man United, once again, not a great game versus Sheffield United, but they've got Brighton and Southampton. 2 beautiful fixtures here. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. The guys have created such a simple game. And when I was picking my team, and as I just bring up a team down the bottom here, there's my team for the upcoming game week. There we have it there. It's so simple. And what I loved about it reminded me of years ago when the game officially came out. when I first started playing FPL, this is how the game felt. Good afternoon, Anish. Welcome. Are you doing the virtual FPL, mate? Yeah, and I agree with It's Raw. Aguero captain looks juicy against Watford. Well, let's just quickly look at the table here. At Watford, how many goals they've conceded, and of course they're in the top half of the table. Weren't they 10th? Yeah, there they are. How many goals have Watford conceded? 14. Not that many, but look how many Man City are. I would think that, wasn't it 8-0 in real life? Eh? Like I said, play the game, as Sahil likes to go on about. Private joke. So yeah, there's my team up on screen for the upcoming game. I don't really need to discuss it really, but I am going to go with Aguero captain probably and vice captain Salah. But yeah, when I was picking my team, it's so simple, and I was like, oh, I wonder if the actual game itself will play as simple as how it used to be, just this fun way of enjoyment. And I'm not going to lie, it because it doesn't feel like pressure, despite the fact I did feel like I had pressure picking my team and everything. You know, it's just been a laugh, and certainly after last night's shenanigans, you get a bit of a boost. And I do feel, I don't want to keep going on about it, but I do feel that if you just follow the season ticker, and maybe like Anurag, if you come across like certain spreadsheets that have gone into full detail about, you know, these are the players to maybe pick and everything, and you may get a bargain out there. And also what I love is that there's no price rise or price drops. So if I did want to bring in Zaha, and I'm like I said, I can't physically do it on screen here, but Chelsea, I could get Zaha in for, well, I'd have to get rid of, Van Aanholt, one of my Crystal Palace assets, because as you can see I've got 3 there. I'd have to get rid of probably Van Aanholt because he costs so much. But yeah, Zaha, Paulie, jump on him quick. I know you're a rival and everything, but wow, that's interesting. Anurag's saying that people had simulation in friendlies where Man City won 10-0. If you can just quickly tell me how the simulations work to the actual game when they're played, it'd be really, really interesting. How realistic is it? Or is it just like, no, you won't see like 10-0 batterings. In fact, I already discussed it yesterday. If the Premier League returns, I can see that happening in real life. Anish saying that he's not been playing any virtual FPL games. No, I mean, to be fair, I only just decided to join it quite literally yesterday. I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to get part of the fun in this and just enjoy it for what it is. And I know I started at Gameweek 11, it doesn't matter, but because I've set up a mini league for people starting in Gameweek 11, I've made it a bit, well, it's going to be a bit more competitive because, like I said, I'll just focus some streams on here. Look at the top 3 teams of the specific mini league. There's only 8 players in it. I think it's going to move up to 10 when Lewis Kirkby and FPL Mechanic join, but they are going to be a game week behind. So, for example, they're going to be at least, well, they're going to be 84 points behind me. But yeah, really, really enjoyed that. I think that, like I said, what I'm going to personally be doing is going to be covering this virtual FPL once every 3-4 game weeks, something like that. Essentially, you know how I do the streaming. I just essentially, if I'm bored, I'll do it. If not, you know, I always advertise in advance though. I will always advertise in advance what's going on. So yeah, my advice is just stay tuned to Twitter at Elite FPL. So if anybody wants to follow us on Twitter at Elite FPL, I'll be letting everybody know specifically if I'll be going live or not. I do want to cover the games live. Got a bit of competition with FPL Penguin. No, I'm not gonna jump on his channel there. I think I'd like to collaborate with him though. I certainly would like to do something with him and cover the games. But like I said, I won't be able to do it for at least 2 weeks or so. But certainly the adrenaline will be pumping during the live games, certainly. But I think what I'll do is I'll just quickly bring up the main man again. There he is. Marcos Alonso, got it right in the end there. Marcos Alonso with that goal and clean sheet, a 15-point haul for us, and especially if you captained him. Wow, absolutely well done, specifically to me and Anurag. So well done, everybody. Just want to say that before I go, what's that just quickly? Oh, hold a minute here. Okay, let's just quickly see. Gabriel Derop, one of my rivals, he's posted up. So I know Anurag posted his team, but that was more for the teams. So here we go. So everybody, if you're listening in or you're watching in, this is Gabriel Derop's bench boost team for upcoming, what do you call it, game week 12. It is as follows for people listening in on Discord. Henderson, Robertson, Peters, Azpilicueta, De Bruyne, Salah, Martial, Traore, Barnes, Kane, Rodriguez, Ruddy, Target, AU and Joel Ward. Gabriel Derop, before we wrap up, can you just quickly tell us why you're bench boosting, please? I'll be very, very interested to know, because there's a lot of players there. Let's just count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 of your 15 are away from home. Let me know in chat why you are going to be bench boosting and why you're letting me know. Afternoon, Brew. You're playing a virtual FPL, mate. If not, clear off. Welcome, Brew. We're getting serious now, mate. Now I'm taking part in this. That's it. Just a quick one from Anish. Steve, what do you make of Wolves being back in training on May the 11th? It depends how they're doing it. I mean, whatever. Any team that wants to start training during this specific pandemic, whatever. But you know my thoughts on it. I think the whole thing is being dealt with absolutely abysmally. I think it's absolutely disgusting. But that I don't want to be talking about it, to be honest with you. I just want to be talking virtual FPL. That's what I want to be doing. Done any baking today? Paulie is asking Brew. And Gabriel Derop, quite quickly, regarding why he wants to use his bench boost. Just want to use the chips early on all starters and reasonable fixtures, in my opinion. So why not? Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm waiting for double game. Oh, wait a minute. There's no double game weeks. Woohoo! Fantastic. And there we are. That's why Gabriel Derop is using his bench boost. So well done to him there. Right, everybody, I think I'm just going to quickly wrap that up. Really do appreciate everybody watching this. I'm going to call it Virtual Elite FPL. There we are, Virtual Elite FPL. Thank you for joining the Virtual Elite FPL stream. Do appreciate anybody watching on the replay. Do appreciate you guys watching. It's all a bit of fun. Like I say, now I'm involved. It's all going to get competitive. I'm going to get angry. I'm going to get happy. But today you've got Happy Steve-O. That's as simple as it gets. I cannot believe that man up on screen right now, Mr. Xavi Alonso, I captained him. Actually captained him. Just a quick one. Well, here we are. Here we are. Brew is making the point. Is Kane any good in this virtual FPL? Yes, because it's all based on an algorithm. It's as simple as that, mate. It's all based on an algorithm. So players of top quality like Kane, they don't do rubbish like they do in real life FPL. No, they're getting braces like he did against West Ham. Right then, guys, other than that, I'll leave you to it. Thanks for joining.